What's up, everybody? Survivor time. I'm Logan. Over there's Daniel. He's wearing a Bret the Hitman Hart shirt, it looks like. And we're excited to talk about Survivor. Probably, if you were to ask me, my least favorite season of the 40s, but maybe things will change. I remember not loving next season as well.
Great,
So
great.
get excited, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
How you
Mm-hmm.
doing? Fresh off WrestleMania, Sunday
Yeah,
night,
I
late.
wore this to WrestleMania. I woke up about 10 minutes ago, so I didn't really change it. I brushed my teeth. That's
That's
really
good.
all I did on the way here to the podcast. Um, but yeah, that was a good time. I spent too much money on arena food.
Mm.
But the
Did you
show
buy
was
any merchandise?
no.
Oh, that's what I would rather get.
Yeah, I know.
I can eat when I'm home while I'm
I didn't
looking at
want
my cool
to.
new shirt.
I thought I'd get home later than I did.
Oh yeah,
So I was like, I'm probably gonna have to like go right to bed. And I'll be hungry. But no, we got home at like 8:30. So like I I could have bought merch. Maybe I should have, but it is what it is. I had a
next
good
time.
time. I saw a WrestleMania in person.
You saw Stone Cold Steve Austin
I
drive a
did.
four wheeler right into the crowd almost.
I did. I did.
And they tried to like back it up and then completely bailed. He was like, I'll just get off of this.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
So that was really exciting. That was maybe the highlight of the night for me. Fucking Stone
Cena,
Cold's
you got to
music
see
came
Cena
on.
wrestle.
I know he's
He won the
wrestling
title.
heel. I was rooting for Cody
That's crazy. Why?
because I like
That you
Cody.
couldn't hear the commentary. They were like, they're saying this is his last time. Surely he can't win the title. It's his last time.
Oh God, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
All right. Listen,
I'm
let's talk
listening.
about Survivor. I guess
Yeah. What do
this
you
could be
think?
a 10-minute episode.
No, stop
Um,
it. Stop it. I think the way we're gonna do it is next week we'll do because last season we did two, three, four, and five, and then we got to the merge. But I think we'll do two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12.
I love it.
So three episodes, three, three, two.
I vastly prefer that. Um, Now here's the thing. I've been watching early seasons of Survivor.
All right.
Okay,
This Pearl Islands. This cute little buff I'm wearing around my neck.
there you go. What is that? The Balboa tribe?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure.
that's the merge tribe, right?
It's the black one. I just got whatever black.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
the
wanted a
merge
black
tribe.
buff because it can go with any sort of outfit. And I was like, Pearl
Oh,
Islands has
yeah.
a black
Oh,
one.
yeah. It's the color that matters. A Survivor buff can go with any outfit.
As long as it's like black or white, a neutral color. Didn't want to get an
I
orange
fucking
one. That only
I
goes with
fucking
specific
love
outfits.
Survivor, and if I saw someone on the street wearing a Survivor buff, I think I'd bully them.
I want to say I've never worn this out in public
All
ever
right,
in
great,
my life.
great, good job.
I've heard
You're
people
nailing it.
that like they're like, oh, they wear it on like airplanes over their face to like nap.
That's ridiculous. People must ask them like, "Were you
What?
on Survivor?"
No,
And
I'm a
they're,
fan.
yeah, okay. I
People
didn't
are
know you could
fans of
buy one
every.
of
You have
those.
Rangers. You have like four Rangers banners in your bedroom.
Are sports not a little different,
Nope.
a little more socially acceptable? I mean, I sort of agree
This
with
is
you
a
on some
sport.
level. Like, you'll see someone wearing like a basketball jersey in public, and it's like, what you're cosplaying as the team you like?
Chris D'Elia has a bit about this. If you're wearing the somebody else's name on your back, they get to fuck you. That was his
I
that
love
was
that.
his
That's
stand up
great.
bit.
I mean, he's a pervert, right?
Yeah, he
Crystalia,
molested a child.
great, great,
I
but
believe.
that
I don't
is a
want to.
very funny bit.
Right.
Um, Logan. So on these early seasons of Survivor, the people that are cast, they
This
are.
cast sucks.
Hang on. It's not diverse enough. That's the one negative thing I can say that this has positivity. But I would say there's much more diversity in terms of personalities.
The types of people. that are on the
Right.
show.
Right. Now they just pay attention. Let's
Which is
cast
actually worse. They're casting based on like book by the cover, not based on who the actual person is.
yeah. Yeah. And listen, is there not a way to do both at the same time?
We
I
probably get better.
I hope so, because this cast is one of after watching a 90-minute episode of Survivor, is one of the least memorable casts I've ever seen on the show. Like, I love Survivor. I watched the first episode and like I'm ready to talk about it. All
Mm-hmm.
right, no matter what the season is. But like this is just so nothing. And they used to be so desperate to win $1 million that it would make them do like fucked up things to each other.
Right.
And now they're just desperate to be on Survivor.
Yep.
That's all this is. It's Survivor fantasy camp for adults.
And they want to be liked though. They want to be like a favorite on Survivor.
Of course, of course. But so much of the show now is just people who have been watching the show for like 10 years or something, and they act like I'm a fucking veteran. The show's been on for 20 years. They just going like, I'm here with Jeff.
Oh,
there's Jeff. And
people have been doing that forever.
I'm doing a challenge. I'm at a tribal council. Like, I am so sick of this meta thing where we just have a whole cast of fucking super fans that talk about the show exactly like one another. And can we just get some? I'm ready. Let's cast models again.
This is Stephen Fishback's been saying this. He's been saying he wants more hot people on Survivor again.
Well,
that's what Stephen Fishback's been saying, which I freaking love.
It's not even that they're hot. It's just that they don't care.
That's what he means. They're more evil.
Good,
a little
good.
bit.
Yeah, like just put people on the show that want to win $1 million. That's what I want to see. I want to see cutthroat tactic. The first episode of Survivor, these fucking people, they're just like, oh, the people don't understand. I'm dirty. I play fucking dirty. I'm an asshole. When Johnny Fairplay said that in the first episode of Pearl Islands, he proved it. He was fucking dirty. He was an asshole. Here to be dirty? There's so many people, and there was the one girl who was even like, Christians always say that they wish they were more cutthroat on Survivor, so I'm gonna be super cutthroat. No, you're not.
Well, it worked out there. She risked her vote.
None of these people have a decent mind for the game. I'm not watching a game.
I like Drea so far.
I am watching. When like you ever see that thing where like you can buy your dad as like a birthday present, like Yankees fantasy camp. And then they like go for a week and they like hang out with some old players and they get to like, take batting practice at Yankee Stadium. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm watching. It's just a bunch of fucking Survivor losers. Survivor nerd losers.
One will be a winner.
Yeah, I know. Who like get to be on the show, but like I'm not interested in watching that. It feels like the show is made for like the show used to be made for like families, all audiences, and now the show is made for fucking 5-year-olds.
That you're gonna say fucking babies. That's usually what you say. I don't disagree. I agree with all that.
That's what I was saying last night about everyone who's rooting for Cena in the audience. I was like, if you're rooting for Cena in this match, you're a baby.
I love history. He has a 17-time champion.
I know.
That's awesome. I also heard New Day is a 12-time tag title. They're 12-time tag titles.
They won Saturday night.
That's very impressive. But should we talk about these people a little bit?
I'll talk about the ones I can remember.
All right. Well, from the Blue Tribe, 3 tribes again. I think we have 3 tribes every season of the 40s thus far. So, except 40 was 42 tribes to start. I imagine. Yeah. All right. We have Dreo is alphabetical order. Dreo Wheeler. She's 34. She's from Canada. Erica won last season. She's Canadian here.
I don't remember who this is.
Drea. She's one of the three people who put the mud on her. It was her, Lindsay, and this guy High. And then later she went to the summit with Marianne and did
Do
the.
you think you can like pull up pictures of them for me?
Oh my gosh! Can you not do
Like
that?
I remember what you're talking about for sure.
Why am I doing this when you do that? I have a thing pulled up on my computer. Look it up. Look it up. Drea Wheeler.
I'm afraid I'm gonna get spoiled.
Jesus Christ. What is this? Drea Wheeler. All right, whatever. Rocks. Next up is Roxroy.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
He made
say
an
something about
impression.
Roxroy. Try to do something.
You know, what do you mean try to do something?
I'm trying to pull up the cast and it's just silent.
It's okay. Roxroy is he's a taskmaster at camp. He says like he can't get out of the mindset of being a dad. Like he's always telling his kids what to do. So now that he's on the island, he's telling them what to do.
That
And
sucks.
what sucks?
I'm trying to do this and there's freaking ads that pop up every 5 seconds and I have
Oh
to
yeah.
zoom in and zoom out.
All right, I'm sorry. You don't have to do it. I'll just talk about who I remember.
All right.
Listen, I have great advice for Roxroy on how to know whether you're talking to your kids or to your survivor tribe.
Okay.
Um, don't be an idiot.
Damn.
Don't be a dumb piece of shit. You're those are kids that came from your loins, and those are people you're playing a game with many, many miles away from your family.
They're not the
All right.
same.
I believe that it's very easy to tell those things apart.
But his thing is he's a stay-at-home dad, so he's only spending time with his kids. It's the only life that he knows. It's tough.
So he's just ceased to know how to act in the world.
According to him, that's his logic. Yeah. You got to cut him some slack a little bit.
No, thank you.
He only knows baby talk.
Roxroy.
Be happy he's not going, Zach, goo goo gaga, firewood.
Is that a name?
Yeah, Rock. You don't know that, right? I didn't know it either first time. He's from Las Vegas, though. Maybe you'll see him running around.
Wow, I hope I do see Roxroy.
But he's always at home. You're not gonna ever see him. He's just always at
that's
home.
true. This that with his kids. Yeah, but maybe
Roxroy
he buys them
Bailey.
some presents at a Hello Kitty store.
That's actually true.
Mhm.
Roxroy Bailey, though. You ever see a package for a R Bailey? You know it's for him.
He should switch that. Bailey Roxroy. That makes more sense.
No. Next up, we've got Romeo Escobar. You remember Romeo
No.
wanted to be like a pageant queen, but he was a guy.
Oh,
so he
yeah,
couldn't do it.
yeah. I do remember.
So he's like a
that.
pageant coach, right?
Right.
37 from California. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he's
Seemed nice.
basically like imagine a guy on New Age Survivor who's a pageant coach. That's what he is.
You nailed it. That's
Yeah.
Romeo for you.
Yeah.
37.
I mean, do you have to have the most predictable personality ever? Like, do you have to
Come on.
match your fucking occupation that much?
Yeah. It's like when the person's named like what their occupation is. You know?
Yeah.
My name's Mike. I'm a podcaster. Get it? Mike.
Yeah.
All right. We have Swati, I think is how she says it, maybe. Swati Goyle. 19,
Oh.
Palo Alto, California, an Ivy League student.
19? She
Yep.
looks older.
19.
I liked her okay, actually.
Now that you heard she's 19.
No, stop it.
You're like,
No. She seemed to have a decent mind for it. And
she was one of those people though that was like, Harry Potter. I'm in Harry Potter. Like, of course you're in Harry Potter. You're a nerd. All the nerds.
Yeah.
Are into Harry
Well,
Potter.
I liked that one girl. What was it, Tori?
Tori. Yeah.
That was like, I
She's
could tell
next.
that those two are fucking nerds. So I'm just gonna like talk about nerdy
That was
shit.
so pathetic to me, honestly. I would feel so like that's what you're bonding me like Harry Potter. I'd feel like
Well,
she
it's like
hates
that
me.
girl. It's like that girl I met recently who told me that I look like I play League of Legends.
Exactly. I would feel how you felt. Probably.
Yeah.
Like I do love Harry Potter, but leave me alone.
I was really like debating between murder or suicide. Murder or suicide.
But you
Which
didn't
should
do
I
either,
go
right?
with? No,
You're still
no.
here, so I'm assuming she's gone.
Yeah, I murdered her.
Oh shit. Well, I have it on tape if they ever need evidence. Next is her name's Tori Meehan, 24, Rogers,
Meehan. I know someone with that
Arkansas.
last name.
Dawn Meehan. Remember Dawn? That was her
Oh
name.
yeah, but no, I have a friend named Mike.
Mike
Um,
Meehan.
yeah. Listen,
Eminem.
she's
They
all
were calling
right.
that. What do you mean she's all right?
Tori.
Attractive wise?
No, I just mean like entertainment wise.
Oh, I think entertainment wise, she sort of brought it some of the most of anybody so far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I like her. And the last one on this tribe
She's
was
snarky. You don't get a lot of snark on this fucking show anymore, and she's got a little bit of it.
she reminds me of Sydney from last season. Remember
Yeah,
Sydney, the
yeah,
merge
yeah,
group
yeah.
from
Sydney had that too.
she was from your just from Brooklyn, I believe, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn Jew.
Yeah, that's right. There were four that season. Should we look up who the ones are this season?
Tell me who the Jews are in
All right,
42.
talk about Zach, the first boot.
It's actually Rox Roystein.
Right.
That's yeah.
Well, that's his first name. So that,
Wait, who am I? Who am I talking about?
two Jewish contestants, Zach Wertenberger, who you're supposed to be talking about, and Lindsay Dolashewicz. Whoa, I never knew that.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. She's the blonde girl who was like putting the mud and the blood on her.
Okay. Yeah.
She didn't do too much.
You're bleeding a lot.
I
liked
loved that. I fucking
Yeah.
loved that. She kept bringing it up.
I
Lydia.
know.
She's funny.
Lydia's my Survivor crush.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
She kept talking on Twitter about her fat ass all the time. She had like a
I'll-
catchphrase on Twitter. Like I forget what it was. It was very funny though. She reminds me of like Chapel Roan. Like they have the same personality.
Oh, but Chapel Roan annoys me, and I like Lydia.
I feel like you'd like Chapel. I feel like you haven't given her Chapel Roan a chance.
I haven't. I haven't given her music a fair chance, but I find her annoying as a person.
That's fair. I do too. I like her music.
Yeah. All right. Zach.
Zach Wharton.
So they voted out a Jew first. That's not surprising.
I'm gonna ask you though a question. Wurtenberger. Do you know that last name?
No, but anything burger, that's Jew.
Okay, but this is somebody in the reality TV world. This guy's related to somebody.
Really?
Yes.
Who?
But what's crazy is you know the person.
But what are you talking about? Lydia's fat ass again?
Nope, you were just thinking about it. But
Yeah.
what the crazy thing is that we knew this guy before the next guy, but you know the next guy before this guy. All right. They're brothers. His brother was on Big Brother. He's dating America. Corey, that guy Corey.
That guy.
That's his
Yeah,
brother,
I can
his
see
little
it.
brother.
I can see it.
They put him on Big Brother like the season after this.
Is he so Corey's Jewish?
Mhm.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
You know,
brother.
I mean, this guy sucked though. Corey's much more.
Yeah, Zach goes
interesting.
out here. Corey in his first vote on Big Brother, he gets past week one. So he says, like, I got past you, Zach, in his voting
Nice.
confessional. It's very funny. But all right, there's you didn't have anything on Zach.
Not
He's
really.
just a nerdy guy.
Yep.
Then the Orange Tribe, Taku. But by the way, we had wait, I think I wrote them down wrong. I wrote Taki, Taku, and Vati. That's not right. What are the tribes called? Ika, Vati, and Taku. Blue is
Okay.
Ika. All right, anyway. So Taku, first guy on the Taku tribe, we have Jackson, who also goes home in this episode. Auditioned a long time ago as a woman.
Right. Right.
I found this story very touching. His mom got sick, like they disowned him basically, and then his mom got sick, and then he got a real relationship with his family before she died. I found that very moving.
I thought that part of it was touching. It hurt it a little bit. They're playing like real fucking Disney music over
I
it.
know.
But the editing was good.
You just shit on the
I
music.
just
So the editing was good.
I mean like the visual part of the editing.
Mhm.
But I think what the fuck happened here?
He was on meds that he didn't really disclose with the production until like right before, and then he told them, and then I think they were like, "Well, we'll take the chance and see what happens."
Why would they take the chance?
I think they liked him
Be-
so much.
because they were like, oh, a trans
We'll win
man.
an Emmy. They're trying
Yeah,
to milk
yeah.
this guy for all he
We're
had.
gonna change the world. That like the new Survivor is constantly talking about how like we're gonna affect change. No one's fucking getting their opinion changed by Survivor. Trump is in office.
Yeah, I think people just stopped watching that just
Yeah.
that didn't like it anymore. I think you're right, but that's what we do. But yeah, and then I think he was out there and not eating and not drinking anything. He had a horrible reaction, so they had
Oh,
to
who
just
could
pull
have
him.
imagined that someone on Survivor would not be eating or drinking anything?
I
That
know.
was unpredictable.
It seems irresponsible by the production, but that's what they did.
Frankly, A, they should never have had him on. And B, this is prime target for Jeff being an asshole.
Do you think he should have been an asshole?
Yeah, of course. Why didn't you disclose this before like the day before we left?
Although he's cast on the show because they want like a great emotional moment. Jeff doesn't want to come in and berate the guy.
Well, he should.
That's not what he's there for, though. But Jackson Fox was his name, healthcare worker, 47, Houston, Texas, where I was born. Next up, Jonathan. What was Jonathan's name? Jonathan Young, 28, pretty young. Gulf Shores, Alabama. I didn't know that, but I've been there a few times. Beach service company owner. You like Jonathan? He's like the real big, strong guy.
I don't remember him.
That's nuts.
I
I'll look up an image of Jonathan.
I like that he owns a beach service company. That makes
Yeah.
me think that he's got summer vibes. So so that appeals to me, but he didn't leave much of an impression.
Oh, well, I don't like that. Here's Jonathan.
Oh, that guy. Oh, okay.
Big
So
guy.
this guy I actually knew about. He was the only guy on the
How did you know
season I
about him?
knew about um uh uh before I watched the season.
Wait,
All
how?
right.
You
Because
knew his world record?
Lex no, what's his world record?
He said I won a world record most pull-ups with 100 pounds on my back.
Oh,
But
oh.
then he said something really stupid. He said there are millions of world record holders, but only one survivor. It's like there's been
No,
40
there's
survivors or 38
thousands of survivors
survivors.
at this point. Yeah.
No.
Uh
Well, survivor
listen,
winners.
Jonathan, I so I was watching the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony
Right.
was the other day, okay?
Included
And
Bret Hart, right?
well, Brett, they started inducting matches, and a match between Brett and Stone Cold was the first inductee
Oh,
into the
my
Match
bad.
Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
But the people that were inducted were Michelle McCool, Triple H.
Oh, he spit
Uh,
the water at WrestleMania. You gotta
yeah.
watch the clip of the camera. I'm sure you maybe just saw it live.
Oh no, I saw it. I saw that. That was the night before.
It was awesome.
Yeah. The Natural
Oh
Disasters
yeah.
and Lex Luger. Okay. And Lex Luger, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, he's in a wheelchair now.
Hmm.
So he had a friend push him to up to the podium in a wheelchair, and then he got up from the wheelchair at the podium and was able to do the thing.
Right.
That friend was Jonathan.
What the heck?
Because I saw some like crossover Survivor nerd wrestling nerds talking about that. Like, is that Jonathan from Survivor? And everyone was like, yeah, he's really close friends with Lex Luger.
That's incredible.
I
I wonder
know.
if he's close with John Hennigan, John Morrison, Jim
I don't
Moore.
know.
Wait,
Maybe,
John
maybe.
Morrison? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
almost called
got
him
it.
Jim Morrison. Yeah, yeah. I bet
Yeah,
they
so
might know each other too.
probably. So I knew this dude.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't notice him. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back and check that
Do
out.
you want me to pull up a picture?
Yeah, that'd be cool. So
Let
there
me see if I can
is
find it.
Jonathan, and
Mm-hmm.
next up is Lindsay. Lindsay is also pretty buff. Seemed like she's the other Jewish contestant. 30, Asbury Park, New Jersey,
Wait,
dietitian.
who's this?
Lindsay. She has
What's
like
she look
blonde
like?
hair. 30 has blonde hair. She has them in braids in her cast photo. She was one of the ones putting mud on her.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
But
I don't know. She's whatever.
yeah, we haven't really seen much of them yet.
Mhm.
Mariah, who I feel like we haven't seen anything from so far. 47 from Noblesville, Indiana, stay-at-home
There's
mom.
a 47-year-old on this show?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No. Here, look.
Why is that even weird?
Look, here's Jonathan Young with Triple H and Lex Luger at the Hall of Fame.
Holy shit. I feel like people have been talking about him for the new season.
Oh yeah, he's memorable.
Not, I mean, I guess maybe that's a spoiler.
I
to
guess
say
he
he's
makes it
memorable. I mean,
far.
Boston Rob only made it to the merge, and he was on Survivor All Stars.
That's a rarity.
Honestly, not really. Not really. Kelly Wentworth was like the fifth one out.
I know. She never should have been brought back.
I voted for her. You didn't vote for her for
No,
Cambodia?
absolutely not.
That's nuts. Who'd you vote for instead? T-Bird?
I've definitely voted for T-Bird.
We
Yeah.
gotta get T-Bird on 50. That'd be
I
fun.
think I voted for that girl that was like on Redemption Island. That was like one of Russell's girls.
Stephanie Valencia.
Yeah, Stephanie
I think I voted for
Valencia.
her too. I voted for both of
Mhm.
them. All right. After Lindsay, Mariah, nothing from Mariah. Marianne, she's the one that was like, I'm a Christian, but I'm gonna be a liar.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, she did it. She decided to risk
What
her
you lie
vote.
about?
She risked her vote. She took the risk,
Yeah, I
and it paid
know.
off. She got like an extra vote or whatever.
It's just the twists, though.
Hmm. I mean, you said you'll believe it when you see it, and then she did it, and you still don't.
Fine, fine. Well, she's
Ever?
an amazing player. She
Thank
takes
you, thank
risks.
you. Shout out to
Uh,
Marianne.
what
Oh,
about that
catch.
dude who played the fucking was it
That
the
was Zach.
twist?
The shot in the dark.
Oh, right. That was Zach.
And then he went home. He knew he was going home, so he just played it. If I
Yeah.
can increase my odds by 16%,
You great. I was just
then
about
I'll
to do the
that.
voice and you nailed it.
Yeah.
It's me, Zach. This is how I talk.
I don't want to be anti-Semitic, do an impression and
No,
you be
but it's
offended
not
or anything.
anti-Semitic. It's anti-loser.
Oh, anti-loser. All right. Well, next up on this tribe, last one, Omar Zahir. Although I think he pronounces it Omer. It's not
Really?
Omar, it's Omer. So I like Omer. He's cool. Haven't really seen a lot from him so far, but he's a veterinarian, 30 from Ontario. Is that ON? Ontario?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I didn't hate him actually. You're right. He didn't get a lot of screen time, but I actually remember him more than a lot of the people that did get screen time because he was charming and somewhat funny in
I think he
his.
has a memorable shirt, like an ostrich shirt or something weird.
No, does he?
Keep an eye on that. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
And next last tribe, we
That's
have
like who's that guy from Survivor Vanuatu who has a memorable shirt?
the season that I like bottom five memorable season for
Okay,
me.
okay. There's one guy that's got a real memorable shirt. It's orange and it
I can't
has
even
like
tell you
a
that many other
Saved by the
guys.
Bell cast member on it or
What
something.
the heck?
Yeah.
All right. Vati tribe, we have Chanel West Coast. That was a joke for nobody. Do you know who Chanel West Coast is?
No.
She was Rob Deerdeck. You know who he is?
Yeah.
His crew. He had that girl Chanel West Coast. She was on
Here, look,
Ridiculous.
it was a Bob Barker shirt.
Okay, I do remember that guy.
Yeah.
Tanner or something like that.
I don't
Not
think
Tanner. It's over the T. Tanner's too cool of a name for that guy. But anyway, Chanel Howell. She's 28 from New York, New York, an executive recruiter. And I have some news for you. She was on a season of the Challenge, All Stars, or whatever. USA. I mean,
Did I know her? Did I?
if you remember her on the Challenge, she made it. I looked it up. She made it to the final.
Can you show me a picture of her?
I didn't really remember her going all the way to the final.
She went to the fucking final. I mean, I have to like vaguely remember her.
Yeah, maybe.
I
But
pay attention to this shit.
yeah. All right, so that's her. And then we have Daniel. How about this? We have a Daniel on the cast.
There was a Daniel.
Daniel Strunk. He's pulled a Stephanie LaGrossa, as he called it, and dislocated his elbow or his shoulder.
Yeah, that was pretty baller. God, I don't remember her at all. I don't remember her on either show.
She hasn't done so much. That's her Survivor cast photo. I
Uh,
didn't remember. I knew she was on the challenge, so I looked it up, but I didn't remember how far she made it.
yeah, Daniel, I remember because of the shoulder thing.
And cancer.
And
He survived cancer when he was a little boy.
that's true. Yeah, they had a whole thing. Yeah, childhood leukemia. Everyone's got to have something
That was
now. It's
actually
like,
nice because he wasn't going to force it on anybody, or not that these people are forcing their stories on anybody, but
yes, they are.
they were just like, "What's that scar?" And he was like, "Oh, childhood leukemia." He didn't even seem like he was wanting to talk about it or anything.
No, I didn't get the sense that he was particularly, but it would have come up. I want to say this show is. It's like I stopped watching American Idol because it became everybody had to have like an emotional backstory
I
on that
stopped watching
show.
when all the hosts started leaving. I was like
Well,
with it. It's like
I
Scotty McCreery and Philip Phillips. Like,
yeah, me too. I think Scotty McCreery was the last season I watched.
yeah, I don't know who
But
around there.
that used to really annoy me around that time. Like I missed when like I liked the early seasons of American Idol where a lot of it was about like making fun of mentally challenged people.
Pants on the ground, pants on the ground.
Right. Or William Hung or whatever. But like it became about emotional stories, and that's sort of what Survivor's becoming too.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I thought this Daniel, there's potential there. He's best Daniel I've seen on reality TV in a while.
Is that true? I feel like I'm
They're all
missing something.
horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy from New Haven, Connecticut, law clerk, whatever that means.
New
30.
Haven. That's where Yale is.
Okay.
Did he go to Yale?
I don't know. How do I check that out?
I don't know.
Hey
That's gotta.
Siri, where did Daniel Strunk go to college at? All right. Then next up we have Hai Yang. According to LinkedIn, Strunk attended Duke University and Yale Law School, Daniel,
Yale Law School. He came back
and
home
was a
for
summer
law
associate
school.
at Cincinnati law firm. Yo, shout out to Siri for getting that. Honestly, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Hi. So I'll say hi to hi. Hi
Is he the one with the
Yang.
blood?
He put the blood. That was such a
Yeah.
fucking stupid decision. Why would you do that?
I don't know. He's so excited to be there. That's all.
No one ever heads off in a challenge and comes back covered in blood. And if they did, I think Jeff would be like, "Medic, we need a medical.
That's a
Somebody
good
check on
point.
this guy."
Yeah. Why wouldn't Jeff have been like, what happened?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Instead, it's Lydia. Are you bleeding? Whoa. But he seems cool. I like Hi. Seems fun. He's a
All right.
data scientist from New Orleans. New
Oh,
Orleans. The
I don't know
Dolan
what that
from New
means.
Orleans.
That's where WrestleMania is next year.
Wow. Where was Backlash? I saw a preview for Backlash.
St. Louis.
Oh,
That's
St.
gonna
Louis.
be in St. Louis in like 3
They're
weeks
staying
or
in the
something.
South. Well,
I
I guess
guess
that's a year
so.
apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
but then in June, Money in the Bank is in LA.
Oh shit. That's what I would like to go to, a Money in the Bank. That would be awesome.
Fly out to LA. Ask the listeners.
I'll go
I'm
stay with
trying to get
Tim.
to
I'll crash with
LA.
Tim and then
Yeah, you
drive
don't
an
even have
hour
to.
to the
You
venue.
don't have to pay hotel fees. You just need the
Stay with
tickets
Tim
for
and his
the event
family.
and then an airplane ticket.
Hey Jules, sorry, but Logan's crashing on the
Hey,
couch.
Nolan and David, you guys want to get Logan to Money in the Bank?
I don't want to go that bad. I don't want you guys to do that. We have next up Jenny. Pay attention to Jenny's voice. I
Is she the
love,
Asian one?
yes, I love Jenny's voice.
Okay, I will. She reminds me of a lot of a contestant that's on Top Chef this season.
Okay, do you want to say who in case someone's listening that watches?
The Asian one with the neck tattoo that
Oh, it's
just
an
went home this
Asian.
week.
Damn,
But yeah, they have similar vibes.
because they're Asian.
No,
Damn,
because they have similar vibes.
because they're from Brooklyn. Jenny's from Brooklyn. Another
Oh,
Brooklynite.
is she?
Yep, Brooklyn, New York. Creative director, 42.
Creative director. What does that mean?
I don't know. I really don't know. But next up, we've got Lydia Meredith. You can't trust a woman with two first names. That's what they say, right? Lydia Meredith,
Mm.
21, Santa Monica, California. She's a waitress and she's got a
I'll
fat
s-
ass.
I'll
She said,
serve her something.
oh no. All right. Sorry, Lydia. Next up, we've got last person on you. You remember the last person we haven't said yet? Of course not.
Of
There's no way.
course, come on.
All right, 57 from Hoboken, New Jersey. He was
Oh
the first
yeah,
Puerto Rican firefighter in his
I love
battalion or
this
whatever.
guy. Yeah,
Mike, yeah, Mike's cool.
great
Re-
casting. This
retired
this is the
firefighter.
kind of this is the kind of player that would have been on earlier seasons. Uh,
Absolutely. You're totally
yeah,
right about that.
just an interesting guy with like a crazy voice and like a weird way of putting shit. Who's got like this odd history. The first Puerto Rican fire chief in Hoboken, New Jersey,
Yep.
which I've spent a lot of time in Hoboken. I dated a girl that lived there.
Wow.
It's a nice little area. And
Henry's probably been there a lot too.
I remember that when I walked to her apartment from from the PATH train, it's not the subway. Um, I used to have to pass the Cake Boss's cake shop.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You ever
Buddy
stop in?
Velastro. No, because the lines were always around the fucking
The big
block.
tourist spot.
That guy is making so much cake money, baby.
That's awesome. That you might make more doing that than like having a show. If you're like a famous chef, just open your own big restaurant,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Well,
just
I think that
or they
the
do both.
show gives the restaurant the juice to be big, you know? Like
Yeah.
the show drives people to the restaurant. So he's probably making more money from the restaurant, but the show is a marketing tool.
Does Guy Fieri have his own restaurants? Or does
Yeah,
he
he's
just
got
have a
one.
show
He's got one
visiting?
here in Las Vegas. And I ordered from it once up to my hotel room.
Oh wow. Oh shit. Who
Mm-hmm.
delivers that? They do. Or like a DoorDash person does.
No, it was like
Grubhub.
room service or whatever.
Oh wow. Shit. All right. That is our cast. Jeff tells us that this is gonna be like 41. We haven't seen 41 yet, this cast, so we can reuse those phrases. Not the exact
Great.
phrases, but we can do that little bit again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Mike does the thing. We don't talk about that. I thought that was annoying. Jeff's like standing there posing, like I'm Jeff Probst. Like, aren't I cool? Uh, whatever. We do the tribes. We do a challenge. It was fun to do the challenge. They put blood all over them. We already talked about all this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
who cares? We had the triangle challenge. Would you be good at that? You think?
Yeah, probably.
But some of them thought, and they were like, "I have 19," and they were like, well, "I have 40." What are you talking
Yeah, well,
about?
they're dum dums. I mean,
They
they're
really are. That was
clearly,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
They like revealed it, and some people were like, "Oh, this is easy." It's like your first instinct shouldn't be like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy."
They both got it ultimately, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was a good number though. I think 51, not
Yeah,
50, but 51. I like that.
right. At one point, someone said it's got to be either 49 or 50.
Maybe that's why they
They
did
were one
51.
off. Yeah.
Uh, we get all this. We learned that Hi, Lindsay, Andrea, when they did that thing, they earned these amulets, and when you combine them, if you combine all three of them, you get an extra vote. But if you vote somebody off and combine the two, it's a steal a vote.
Then you get a Megazord.
No, 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 no. That's next season. And then if all three people, or if both other people get voted out, and it's just you, then it's an idol. I kind of like this actually. Like you're supposed to work together. You know who has it, but if you're supposed to take them out also. It's kind of interesting.
Just
If you're going to introduce
fucking
something,
vote each other out.
obviously I agree. But if you're going to introduce something, this has cool dynamics to it. I think.
I hate it.
All right. Jackson tells us a good story by the fire. You guys want a good story with a lot of twists and turns? Boy, have I got the story for you. And then he tells us all.
I was a lady.
When I auditioned once 10 years ago as a woman. And Jonathan says, wow. I thought that was really
Listen,
funny.
listen, this doesn't matter because if he's happier as a man and feels more comfortable in that body, then that's what he should be.
Obviously,
But
Daniel.
he was a much more attractive woman than he is a man.
Maybe that's just because you're more attracted to women. You ever
No,
think
come
about that?
on.
It's hard for you to judge attractiveness of men
I don't
because you're
think
more
too
attracted to
many
women.
women are jumping to fuck this Jonathan guy. Wait, I
He's
mean,
married,
what's his name? Is it Jonathan
Jackson.
Jackson?
He's married though. I thought that
Yeah,
was
I
cool
know.
too. They were like, his dad was like, "Do you have anybody in your life?" And he was like, I'm married." And then they
Yeah,
met his wife.
a wife.
I found that the whole second half of that story very touching about it, the mom and stuff. Daniel's leukemia scar, and then a boat comes up. We take Drea, Marianne, and Jenny off.
Right.
We literally talked about all this stuff. Jackson, we kick him out of the game because he lied to us about everything. I'm just kidding. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that sinister.
Yes, it is.
I knew you'd say that. We have an immunity challenge, and the orange tribe and the green tribe win. We introduced the shot in
What
the
was the
dark.
immunity challenge?
It ended with a dragon puzzle. It's like a circular big dragon puzzle.
Right, right,
And
right.
Zach really sucked. That's basically why he gets voted out. He really
That's right.
choked.
Yeah, and he was sort of like supposed to be the puzzle guy on the
He's the
team,
nerd on the tribe. He
and
was
he
supposed to be
blew
good.
it. Mm.
You can't suck at the challenge and also be like a schemer type. Not a good recipe for the first tribal council.
True.
But oh, there was a little bit where Tori went off to go like hunt for they're calling them some tarot leaves, but she's looking for an idol, and there's some suspicion of if she found it or not, and heading into the
Yeah.
vote. So yeah. And we go to tribal council. Oh, this was bad. This should have let Zach know he was going. Maybe it did let him know. Jeff says, "Zach, I know you want to say the phrase." I hated that part. If
I hated that
fire
so
represents your
much.
life.
Fire represents your life. When your flame goes out, so are you.
Exactly. You nailed it. And I don't want to spoil something for you, but there's a part I forgot about this part where he lets him say the phrase and then he gets kicked off. There's a part in a future season Jeff lets somebody sit in his seat
Oh
the night they're
God.
getting kicked
It's
out.
Survivor Fantasy Camp. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to say that. I think you'll forget by the time that happens also. But
It's great. It'll annoy me all over again.
yeah. I like this Swathi. I want to say it's like Swathi, but it's spelled Swati. But I think they
She's
say
the
it's Swathi.
19-year-old.
Yeah, let's stop phrasing it like that. She's
Well, that's what I remember about her. What do you
she's
want
the
from me?
Ivy League student
All
from
right.
Palo Alto, California.
Oh, Palo Alto. That's where Felicity is from.
No shit.
Mhm.
Where'd she go to college?
NYU, or in the world of the show, UNY.
She went to UNY and then went to California, or she started in
No, no,
California.
she
And went,
grew up in Palo Alto and then chased Ben across the country
oh, don't
to.
spoil the whole show for me.
It's a pilot.
Is that Bradley Cooper?
No, that's Alias you're thinking of. It's Scott Speedman.
He sped his way across the country.
He did. And Felicity was right behind.
Who is she then?
What?
Who's Felicity?
Oh, Carrie Russell.
God damn it. So Jennifer Garner is Alias.
Yes.
I will never get
Sydney
that right
Bristow.
until I watch it. Oh, no, I'll never get it right. I've watched a lot of TV pilots recently.
I know. I'm excited to do that episode.
Well, I don't
with
think
you.
I told you I'd started that, but I did.
Oh, well, you told me you watched Twin Peaks.
Yeah, right. I rewatched the Full House one. It's so good.
Oh my God.
It's so good. All right, anyway. I like Swati though. She says I would cut off a pinky to not be a tribal council tonight.
Yeah, and she said she'd keep doing it.
Yeah, until at least day 7 or 8. She said.
That's wild.
Yeah. On the old seasons, that would just be 2 tribal councils, but here 7 or 8 that you're at the merge. I'd cut off pinkies to get to the merge. She's basically
Yeah.
saying.
Barely legal, more like barely handed.
Oh wow, barely any fingers left.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. So Zach says, "I'm gonna play my shot in the dark." Sorry to just do that. I thought Zach seemed like a nice guy.
No. I
He
mean,
gets
yeah. I'm
he gets
sure he's
voted out.
nice. but he seems like a nice guy. Nice guy. Like he could be like those dudes in Promising Young Woman.
No, I think no, no, no. I don't think that. I think he seems like a nice guy. But he's proud. The first person ever be
Well, he
voted out
seems like a
unanimous.
virgin.
I think that you might be right about actually, because
Yeah.
I honestly thought that Corey probably was until America, and then
I mean, the
he,
fact that Corey pulled America is still insane to me.
and another weird thing about that was Corey was like 21 and America was like 27.
I
I thought
know.
America's much older. I don't think she has a lot of self-esteem, which is weird because she's very fun and pretty, and
Yo,
she
it's like
must.
that
She's very
girl.
charming.
It's like Chloe hooking up with Lockie on the White Lotus.
That's a
Sorry,
good
I'm
point.
I'm halfway through the White Lotus.
Yeah. Wait, Lockie, the little
The
brother?
little magician guy.
The you know who that is, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's the son of Emily Mortimer and your boy.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name. But
What's his
yes,
what's his
Billy
name in JP Billy? That's what I was trying to come up with. Alessandro Nivola is his real
Navola.
name.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But that is very cool. How far are you in?
Uh 5 eps. I got
Oh
three
shit.
left.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm.
Who are you liking the most? What performance?
Um uh,
Your girl?
what who?
Well, there's a few. I was gonna say Parker. Parker Posey.
Oh yeah, she's the best. You're right.
She's
Parker
so funny.
Posey's great. The Goggins and Lou Wood. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
both good, and I like Carrie Coon.
Cool. I like both
Um,
Monahan too.
oh, and I think Isaacs is pretty good. Yeah, it's honestly it's not bad. I really don't know what it's supposed to be about or anything. It just feels like a pot boiler to me. But I mean, the clear ranking for me is 1, 3, 2 at this
I
point.
completely agree. Yeah. I like
Dallas
Schwarzenegger.
watched the Yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good douchebag.
Yeah.
Dallas watched the second season and said she liked the second season more than the first season.
No.
Logan, I have to get out of here.
That's nuts. That's impossible. That's upsetting. That's
I have to get out of here.
that is tough.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. All right. Zach. We'll see you later, Zach. He was proud that he was the first person unanimously voted out though. Because he didn't even get to
I
vote.
just got voted out of Survivor. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
You don't say that.
Who is your winner
I
pick?
thought you were gonna do who is you?
Who is you? Who do you relate to the most on the tribe? That'd be fun to do on the
Yeah.
cast. Who do you think you're the most like? I'm probably most like Lydia.
Yeah, me too, actually.
That's nuts.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Who do I think is gonna win?
That's right. Yeah. Do a winner. Who's gonna get second? Who's gonna lose in second place? And then who's gonna be the Xander and be the losing no vote finalist?
I need to get to know them more. My
Okay.
microphone's out.
But it's fun to just do a prediction. Put one out there.
Yeah, but I don't even know their names at this point.
Okay. What do you have? A winner? Who's
All right,
doing well?
I'll say Jonathan is the
I'll tell you
is
the tribes. Do like who's the best and worst from each tribe.
all right.
So from the blue tribe, Drea, Roxroy, Romeo, Swathi, and Tori. Zach got voted out.
Swathi and Tori won't go far, neither will Rockstar. I feel like that tribe's not going to do well.
You don't think Drea or Romeo have a chance?
I think Romeo has a chance.
Okay. And then from the orange tribe, Taku, I think Jackson. Oh, he's gone. Jonathan, Lindsay, Mariah. I feel like we don't know who Mariah is at all.
No.
Marianne, the Christian girl, and Omer, the veterinarian guy.
Omer could do okay.
This tribe could win a lot of challenges. They have a lot of strength. Jonathan, Lindsay, Omer.
I think Jonathan's gonna be the Deshaun.
What, second place?
Yeah.
Wow. Jonathan, second place. You think someone like that's going to get to the end and not get a lot of votes?
Look,
Like the Brad Culpepper, maybe.
yeah, either that or
He got a lot of votes.
he gets taken out at like 4 or 5.
You don't think
Like
he could be the merge boot if he doesn't win immunity at the merge? Take him out. Well, the way they do the merges in these seasons,
I don't think he's that threatening.
it
I don't think he's like, look at that guy. We've got to take him out.
doesn't scare you more now that you know he's friends with Lex Luger.
No, I think
He's
he'll
like a real
probably
athlete.
I think he'll win a couple of challenges at the merge, and that will make him.
Oh, a Tyson.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's all right. And then the last tribe, the Green Tribe, we have Chanel, who was on the challenge. So you have to assume she's going to do pretty well physically.
Yeah.
Daniel, wait. Oh, okay. Daniel, Hi, Jenny, Lydia, and Mike, the firefighter. I like this tribe a lot.
What if Daniel's my winner pick?
That'd be cool. Is it just wishful
But
thinking, or do you think?
would I have heard that a Daniel won Survivor?
I don't think so. I don't think people want to tell you. People know you're not watching,
All right.
right? The listeners know.
He could do well, I think.
Got a good story. People could take him
I
out because of his story, though. Don't want him at the final tribal.
true. I like that tribe the most by far.
I do too. Yeah. I don't. This cast is okay. It's all right. There are a few people on it too, on each tribe.
I don't know. Next week I'll watch like a chunk of episodes and I'll come up with a final 3 for you.
All right, but you didn't even say a winner. One person stand out above.
I
the
said
rest?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Daniel and Jonathan go far, I think.
Okay, and maybe Chanel. She was on a future show.
True. Yeah.
So sorry to spoil that.
She could be the Xander.
Okay, you just get there based on like physicality and like finding stuff, but not a lot of respect from the players. Maybe that's a good call. All right, so next week we will do episodes 2, 3, and 4, and that's it.
All right, not looking forward to it, but I'll be here.
Same. But until next time, you want to say the phrase, Daniel? I know you're such a big fan.
Thank you so much. The tribe has spoken. That was pretty cool.